Hey you guys, welcome back. It's Mandy. I just did a Firefly reading, but I'm actually going to do another one. I'm going to do a career one, a finance, money Firefly reading collective. I'm not sure I've ever done that before, but some financial stuff came out in the last Firefly, and I'd like to get more in depth with it. So hopefully that's helpful, because I didn't feel like I could get super specific. So this is going to be a Firefly reading. A Firefly reading is just a general reading meant to illuminate the darkness of a situation. It is a general reading. It is a general reading for the collective energy out there. So it may not resonate for everybody. Okay, so take what is for you, leave the rest. And if it doesn't pertain to you at all, today is just not your reading. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what's going on financially for my Fireflies. Financially, job-wise, career. Still gonna use the Halloween Oracle. Spirit, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Oh, that's three. I don't want to take three. Sorry. Just one. Just one. It's too much. Too much. Okay. All right. So we've got trick or treat, mischief, and play. All right. So I'm just going to quick read this one. I feel like this is going to be about balance. Should you receive the trick-or-treat card in your divination, it may well be time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has, at its core, a sense of irreverent fun. So for me, this is about balance, okay? This is about our spending, like how much is spent on play, how much is spent on food, how much is spent on boring stuff, how much is spent on self-care. I feel like it's a balance, and I feel like it's going to be something different for everybody. I feel like for some of us, we're overspending, for some of us, we're underspending. Just trying to like calculate. Just got an image of like an ex that made like really good money, like 6 figures, and he was always friggin' stressed about money. And I was just like, like families of 8 are like raised on $30,000 a year. Like, I just never understood. So yeah, so I feel like for my Fireflies watching this, we're going to examine this idea of money or spending, being more in tune, so that we are not obliterated when there are surprises as well, and so that we can afford and save away for that house on the hill one day. Like, how can we be smart but not psycho? Okay, for my Fireflies, what is the message here? A million. Just a couple, please. Thank you. Can I do one more? Don't mind me, I'm just going to shuffle for a little bit, you guys. Okay, clarify inspiration. Clarify wisdom. Okay. So these are going to be kind of general concepts a little bit, but here's how I'm feeling, Fireflies. I feel like it's really important for us to forgive the situations we've gotten ourselves into for some of us. And for others, it might be forgiving others who have gotten us into situations. I feel like there's a tendency to beat ourselves up in regard to where we're not at yet, or the things that we've been through. You know, maybe our credit has been obliterated. Maybe we've been in between jobs. Maybe we haven't saved as much as we want. Maybe we wish there was more in our 401k. Whatever it is, there's a need for forgiveness here. There's a need to kind of be like, you know, it's been a crazy couple of years with the pandemic, and a lot of, you know, businesses have not gone so hot, and, you know, there's a lot that's been out of our control, and financially, you know, sometimes it's not our overspending, sometimes it's just we don't make enough. So I feel like what's being asked here is a couple things. So one, forgiving ourselves for the situations that we're in, if there's any of that, or forgiving others for their part in your financial situation. If you've got, like, you know, needy people attached to you, or if you're trying to, you know, if you have to take care of people, if you're being a sugar mama or sugar daddy to anybody, and you're beginning to resent it. Also, it's really important to kind of go within and trust your inspiration in regard to money. Because I feel like for a lot of my fireflies, I feel like for a lot of us, we're not doing things the same way that we used to. You know, we're not necessarily doing the 9-to-5 grind. We're learning a different way. And I feel like it's really important to let inspiration spark us back alive. The inspiration that we want to take, the energy. I feel like for a lot of us, we've kind of been like obliterated, like just, you know, wham, wham, wham with like money issues and things not working out. It's been a really hard, long slog of, you know, devastation, you know, for some of us. The rug being pulled out from under us. And I feel like here it's just a chance to relight our energy again, to see what fires us up, but to do it from a spiritual perspective, in a place of independence, rather than having to depend on anybody or need anybody. For a lot of us, we're starting our own businesses. We're you know, trying for new things, and Spirit's like, yes, like continue in that path. That is the way to go. We've got Empress energy here, which I love. This is definitely for a lot of you. You might be into spirituality or wisdom or helping others, being a leader of some sort. I feel like that's absolutely a great path. If that is, like, if you're kind of needed a sign, here it is. But I feel like we are using our wisdom right now. Like, here's the guidance: to use our wisdom to step into our Empress energy. Okay, this is fertility. I mean, for some of us, you know, we could be selling babies. I don't feel like that's what it's about. Maybe you're selling your eggs. I don't know. God, I wish I did, like, a million years ago. Fertility, this is the Empress card in this deck, and the Empress is extremely powerful. She's a very powerful manifester. She's not only like multi-talented, but she's also a powerful leader. She's nurturing, she's compassionate, but she is someone that is always creating. She's pregnant on the card, so she's always fertile with ideas and even babies. So just like a beautiful divine feminine energy. And I feel like we're being asked to use our inner wisdom, our inner compass, our intuition to guide us into that Empress energy in our finances. I feel like for a lot of us, I'm feeling very creative vibes, very entrepreneurial vibes in this Firefly reading. For a lot of us, I feel like we've tried for a lot of things in the past. I feel like we put a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears into things that haven't worked out or haven't felt fulfilling after we've gotten what we wanted. And I feel like we've got letting go here in dreams. I feel like it's time to let go of old dreams, okay? We are not who we were 20 years ago. We're not who we were 5 seconds ago. What are our dreams now? And I feel like we're letting go of the old stuff. We're redefining who we are, redefining our dreams, or being more specific. We've done a lot of healing collectively, Fireflies, and I feel like, you know, there's a pre-COVID and a post-COVID. I said this before, and I feel like, you know, we've done a lot of healing, and we're now being asked, like, what do we really want? So let go of the narrative of an old version of ourselves, of old dreams, You know, maybe our dreams were all about money. Maybe we just wanted to make a shit ton of money, and then we got there and it's like, oh, this isn't fulfilling. Like, and we wake up and it's like, there must be more to this provincial life. Or maybe, you know, we tried for like a million different things and we failed at all of them. And maybe it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I thought that was a spider. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, and you want me to like go for something else? Like, letting go of a narrative that spirit doesn't have our back, letting go of frustration, anxiety, you know, which path is the right one, and instead to dream bigger for ourselves. It is time to get out of the cage of what we believe is possible. We're healing a lot of deep-rooted stuff, y'all. We're healing a lot of money blocks, you know, things that have kept us from our money. That can be our self-worth. That can be seeing ourselves as, you know, not powerful, not good enough, I could never be successful, comparing ourselves to others, oh, must be so nice for them, or trying to keep up with the Joneses. Instead, we are learning, we're really healing these deep-rooted aspects, and also like to pay attention to the money blocks that we had when we were kids. You know, did your parents always say, we don't have the money for that? Or no, I'm not getting you that. You know, if you were born into, you know, a situation that was hard and difficult, and, you know, we didn't have anything, where you didn't feel safe, is really important to heal those things. But also I feel like ultimately, I feel like we've done a lot of healing in this pile, and I feel like we're getting to a place of freeing ourselves from all those blocks. Like, oh, that's like, you know, eat the rich, or, I'm getting lots of confirmation here, lots of bubbles. You know, things like, how did your parents talk to you about money? Like, did they teach you anything? Or they're just like, did they spend frivolously and never have enough for food? Did they never have enough? Did they say, you know, things like, what do you need to do that for? Were you too good for us? Or, you know, there's just lots of different ways that money is taught to us. And instead, we're healing all these things. Long story short, we're healing all these things, and we are freeing ourselves. We're releasing ourselves from the cage of, and this is a big transformation. I feel like for some of us, we've really crashed and burned here. But I feel like we are freeing ourselves from the cage of, I can't get out of this. Like, let me out. Knowing that we have the power within us to transform. And knowing also that through spirit, through our connection with the divine, through prayer, through meditation, that they can guide us so much more faster toward our goals, toward our money, toward our dreams, toward our purpose, than we ever could on our own. So that's kind of the scoop. Let me see if I can get some more specific advice. What is the specific advice here? I'm just going to do a spread. We'll see what comes out. Yeah, so I feel like in the past we've made a lot of choices that we thought were going to be it, that we thought were going to be the thing. That could be like a career choice, job, partnership with people, and I feel like we got into some not great things, and now we're having really a lot of difficult time making choices. Like in the past, we felt very stable, very secure on our, you know, throne. We may have been all about the money in the past. You know, our dreams may have been like about being famous or about making a lot of money, or, you know, kind of living this lifestyle, as opposed to like what truly emotionally fulfills us. And I feel like for us collectively, we know we want to be in this King of Cups energy. We know that we want to be on our throne. We want to do what emotionally fulfills us. We want to have balance. We don't want to live in fear. You know, we don't want like the huge waves of like what's going to happen next. We kind of want to have balance. We want our cups to overflow. We want to feel good and fulfilled. We want to love what we do. We don't want to dread going into work every day, like feeling like shit. Subconsciously though, there's a need for a perspective change. What is the perspective change? I feel like this is new career paths. This is new job opportunities. And I feel like ultimately this is a belief that we have the strength to pursue what we want to do, what emotionally fulfills us. And I feel like we've had a lot of unfortunate luck in regard to money. Things haven't worked out in our favor. Maybe for some of us, it's a divorce and we got completely wiped out. Maybe we chose a job or career path and it just was like, oh God, this is not fulfilling to me. And I feel like it requires so much strength to even think about changing all those things, because a lot of our identity is wrapped up in who we wanted to be, or what we thought we wanted to be. And so the idea of like changing that requires not only financial transformation, but like complete transformation as a whole. I feel like we're having a really difficult time completing out old cycles of letting go. Like the letting go card came out. I feel like we're having a really difficult time letting go of old stories, old narratives, old karmic cycles about money. For some of us, we need to make big, bold choices about what we truly want, to release ourselves of the burden of financial instability, of career paths that no longer serve us. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying like, very quickly close out these cycles, close out the shit that doesn't work. Pay a lot of attention to what no longer works in your life. How are you spending? What jobs fulfill you? What don't? Or what doesn't? I feel like we feel like we're just going to get more unluckiness. I feel like that's part of the letting go of the old constructs. That's part of the money blocks, is kind of believing like, oh, I'll never get there. Oh, this will never work out. Or, oh, whatever lies you're telling yourself, because they are lies. It's just ego. And I can only describe ego as, you know, being the thoughts that we have about things. It's not our true essence. It's not like when we're at peace and in alignment, you know, there's peace there. But when we're in our mental, you know, ruminating hamster wheel, that's all ego. Those thoughts aren't actually a part of our true essence. It's just mind, okay? It's really important to change up the energy, collective, because I feel like right now we're just like longing and wishing for things rather than changing up the energy of our lives so that we can, like, we need to take action. The guidance here is to get back on our throne, relight our, it's kind of similar to the other Firefly reading I was doing, except it's in a financial regard, is to really get back on our throne and get back to an energy of what really lights me up, what inspires me right now. Take action, find your energy again, find your passion again, be that inspiring leader again. There's like, you know, visionary energy here, CEO energy here. Like, remember who the fuck you are, Fireflies. Pardon my French. Because right now there's just like a lot of battling yourself. Like, which direction do I take? How can I, like, this will never happen. There's a lot of disbelief here, which isn't necessary. I feel like, yeah, I feel like the wind was taken out of your sails quite frequently, and for a while, and it all happened very quickly. You know, it may have been over a year, 2 years time, but in the grand scheme of life, it's kind of was like a downward spiral, and really knocked us off our throne. Yeah, for some of us, it might just be like an unlucky boss that came in and just kind of changed everything. Or it could be, you know, divorce, where all of a sudden your money situation, like having to take care of, you know, paying alimony, or having to put a lot of your money into something that is just like, are you friggin' kidding me? Or trying to maintain like a work-life balance, you know, like as a single mother, and like not knowing the direction or which path to take. Yeah, we want to find something where there's equal give and take. We want to find a win-win situation, and that is something that requires manifestation. And manifestation, like we have, like we are powerful people, fireflies. For some of us, we might be waiting for the universe to save us. The universe is not going to save us, because the universe knows how powerful we are, and they're giving us all the signs and synchronicities to kind of try and get us to pay attention. They want us to really work toward our goals so that we can get there. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to manifest and create that equal give and take. You have to call in those right jobs. You have to call in, you know, the good karma of financial situations. We don't no longer want to work for people that are breadcrumbing us, that people that are unappreciative. We no longer want to work in an environment that, you know, plays favorites. We no longer want to feel like being poverty consciousness. You know, feel like, you know, I'm poor, I'm always going to be poor, I'll never be in high society, I'll never, you know, release those burdens, release those old limited belief systems. I feel like right now, fireflies, we're really stuck in an energy of this happened to me, my finances are shit, the job didn't work out, I don't know how to go out on my own and still support my family. It's just it's a lot of limited beliefs. It's a lot of being stuck. It's a very stagnant energy, being stuck in the past. You know, like looking at the cups that have spilled rather than the cups that are still standing. Okay. And I feel like, I also feel like in life, it's important to do, if there are things that you know to do in your personal life, like from your heart, like choices that you need to make to move forward, to grow, like things you know that God is asking you to do, that you are just like like having a really difficult time being bold and making those choices. I feel like those kind of things are affecting our money. If we're not like releasing certain situations, if we're not speaking our truth, if we're, you know, take it how it resonates for you. But if that resonates for anybody, it's like we need to do what we're being called to do, and it's not just about money, it's personal. Whatever is personally being asked of you from God, the universe, your guides, angels, whoever, whatever that calling is, whatever you know you need to do. Like for some of us, we're creatives, and they're like, get out of the 9 to 5, you're creative, you're supposed to be doing your art. Or get out of the banking job. You know, you want to do something, you know, you've always wanted to open up your own restaurant. Or if you're being called, those are business. If you're being called to like, it's really important for me to, I'm trying to think of an example. Like if Spirit's asking you like, you know what, we really want you to eat healthier. We really want you to make bolder choices in regard to your self-care. And you're just kind of like throwing caution to the wind. I don't care. I'm just like, whatever. I feel like those continuous choices are affecting your finances. And you might just think like, I need to find the job, I need to find the career, whatever, and then everything will be better. And then I can work on all those, vices and addictions or, habits. But that's not, whatever that calling it is, like whatever the itch is, whatever we feel inspired to do, the inspired action we need to take the action, because that will absolutely transform your finances, is the guidance here. Spirit, what is this Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, you guys, it's just a lot of, it's so hard, especially in regard to money, to feel hopeful, to feel like things can change. Throughout my life, I've absolutely experienced a hopelessness financially, like a million times over. And I feel like we're just being called to take action. And it doesn't have to be huge action. It just has to be, we need to flip the switch on our thinking, how we think about things. We need to have hope again. We need to believe that the stars can align in our favor. We need to believe that Spirit has our back again. And as soon as we do, I feel like money's going to transform. Sorry. Anything else here, Spirit, for money? Anything else here in regard to money? Money, career, jobs. I feel like right now too, it might be important to get in touch with our emotions. I feel like our emotions, our fear, a lot is coming up emotionally in regard to fear and anxiety that's causing us to really kind of swing back and forth emotionally. And I feel like Spirit was really asking us to stable out as best we can. But the first one that came out is trust in the magic. Okay, that's a beautiful energy. Trust in the magic of the universe. Trust again, have faith again. And that's like a deep, deep wound that needs to heal. For some of us, we might feel really slighted by God or the universe. Slighted by our team of, guides and angels. Just like, what the fuck? Like I put all this energy and all this time in, nothing's ever panned out. I've tried for like 15 different businesses. Nothing's ever panned out. Every job I have is exactly the same. I think it's going to be different, but I always feel unfulfilled. There's a lot that we tell ourselves, and like a lot that needs to heal from a deep, deep level. And we need to trust and believe again in the magic. Sorry. I went for a long walk today, been working out, and my body's just like, they're really comforting tired, this comforting sore, like I can't wait to go to bed tonight. It's also really important, and I said this in the previous Firefly, to feel at home and safe and secure within ourselves. Really, really, really important. That no matter what is going on in the external, no matter what our finances are, no matter what our credit score is, no matter who is hounding us for alimony, no matter what creditors are calling, no matter how much we hate our job, to be at home, at peace with their sense of self and security, so that no matter what happens, no matter what shows up outside our door, our office building, no matter what's on the other end of the line, no matter what happens during the office meeting, that we are safe and secure no matter what happens. Whether we lose our jobs, get laid off, never get hired, to trust that we're safe because we've got breath in our lungs. Yes, absolutely. Spirit wants us to be in, we've got trust in the magic, time to collaborate, let spirit be your guide. So I feel like they're screaming at us, let us help you, let us make it easier, let us make it different. And I feel like you guys, like what is being asked of us here is to just believe again, it's great to have dreams and goals, absolutely. Those are inspired ideas that we have for a reason. But I feel like spirit just wants in on it. You know, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, you know what? I got in the car, I started driving. Here's an icy patch. I'm not sure what to do, so I've done my part, and now, you know, do the Carrie Underwood thing, please. I feel like they just want in on it. You know, they want us to take a few steps, but they want us to make sure that we're taking a time out to like be introspective and to trust our inner wisdom, our inner compass. Does this feel good? Okay, I'm applying to these places. Does this feel good? Okay, this feels good. This one doesn't. You know, let me be curious. Let me be playful over here. Let me see if that one sounds kind of interesting. You know, kind of trust that inner compass. Live into your life rather than like think. Let spirit be your guide. I feel like they're probably trying to like give you some opportunities and some, you know, I hate to say it because it's so hard when you're stuck in stagnation and you're getting all these signs and synchronicities and you still don't know what the fuck they're saying, and you're just like I feel like they're sending you a lot of signs and synchronicities, and it's just like, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. So just trust that they've got your back, trust that they have a plan, and that we don't have to worry, okay? I mean, I know that's easier said than done. A lot of us are in some really shitty situations, and it's like, yeah, great, thanks. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything like really clear, specific? That's a million. That's... No, these are meant. Okay. 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 When we start operating from a different perspective, okay, here's what I want to say. When we all start operating out of a different perspective, switching that narrative of my life is shit and everything bad happens to me, to a narrative of being the hero of our own story. I've got the power and the tools to manifest a life that I want. Things aren't going to fall in my lap, but I can absolutely create what I want. I'm gonna go after what really lights me up, what I feel is the inspired action that the universe is asking of me. I'm gonna follow that inspired action with bravery, with courage. I'm gonna take a few baby steps. I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel. And then I'm gonna kind of like let things play out, and then I'm gonna take a couple more steps. I'm gonna feel into all of this. Okay, we've got 9 of Cups. We've got 6 of Pentacles. We've got sacral chakra and crown chakra. Okay, so this is a really beautiful energy, and that energy is going to change quick. Okay, I feel like for a lot of us, it's just not happening fast enough, and I feel like we're being asked to be patient. I feel like because it's not happening in the timeline that we want, there's just a lot of being trapped in fear. You know, the things that we have put into it, we haven't gotten back yet. So I feel like we just kind of feel like trapped in our cage, but it's just a prison of our own making. We just need to be a little bit more patient. Things are growing underneath the surface. There are new beginnings that are happening. We just kind of need to keep working on it and to know that we're in a winning position. Even if your finances are obliterated, even if you have to move in a week, even if you're going to sleep on somebody's couch, trust that just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep working on it. Do what emotionally fulfills you. There's a treasure chest of abundance coming in for you, and trust that what you give, what you put into something is what you will get out. Trust that there will be equal give and take, reciprocity. Trust that there will be justice. Trust that you can find a great, work environment. Trust that there can be a win-win, basically. And with sacral chakra here, I feel like for a lot of us, it's healing a lot of emotional wounds. It's kind of like finding our balance and our alignment again. I feel like it's also really tapping into our creativity. When we are worried about finances, it's really easy to block this chakra because we're in fear, and it stunts our creativity when we're financially unstable. And also, ultimately, to that spiritual connection with crown chakra here, being able to be at peace and alignment enough to be able to receive those downloads from the universe, from God. Like, God, what is your purpose? What is your plan for me? What do you have for me? And when we're in alignment, when we're in that balance, when we've really like healed our emotional core, when we've tapped back into our creativity, and this isn't always just like painting, singing, dancing, drawing. Creativity can just be, the way that we view life, the way that we create our lives. But anything you can do for sacral chakra, crown chakra, any YouTube videos about healing those might be great. Will be really helpful right now for everybody. All right, so I feel like that's kind of where we're going with that. So I think I'm going to leave it there, but let's get... there's a lot about balance here, you guys. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to get one of these. A lot about balance. So the more that we can be in balance and the more we can be in balance and in enlightenment, alignment, geez, the sooner things are going to play out for us. The sooner the baby steps that we take are going to lead to bigger snowballs, things coming out of the woodwork for us. Okay. Anything else? Fine. Voice of shadows. A lotus blossoms from the deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, growth happens, and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives in the depth of emotion and the aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. Okay, so beautiful energy, being able to be in the shit, the muck, the mud, planting our seeds and waiting for that lotus to grow. Okay, all that we see right now is mud, but trust that there's growth happening. Trust that there's little seeds cracking open underneath the surface, that there's a lot going on underneath the surface that we do not see. Okay, beautiful lotus. The gates of heaven. All beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. We just have to believe that. Yet some can become frightened of divine love and believe that they will do better to hide from it instead of moving towards it. Sometimes we need to help beings find their way to the light by holding peace and unconditional love in our hearts as we pray for the good that all creatures deserve. All beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. Yet some can become frightened of divine love and believe they will do better to hide from it instead of moving towards it. And this is just a card of fear. Sometimes we let fear play out over what really will light us up and what is of love. And for those of us in our lives that have people where again, like I'm getting a sense that sometimes things in our life, people, relationships need to heal in order for us to move forward. And I feel like by being unconditionally loving and being in alignment, not only financially, but also spiritually and is what's going to help for some of us switch that narrative, get us out of stagnation. For some of us, it's almost like, I hate to say that we're blocking our blessings, but we're just kind of stuck in stagnation because we're not listening to that inner inspired action, that inner calling telling us to do something. For some of us, it's healing certain situations, or maybe we're like say for example, you got divorced and you were, you know, just all of your finances are taken apart and you can't, you just kind of want to say like, screw you to that person. And I, you know, now my life is a mess because of you. And it's like, we can't go there. Like we have to learn to be a little bit more compassionate, to see that we're all doing the best that we can to, and at the very least, like maybe that person was a shit show, but at the very least, can we have compassion and grace for that person, or disconnects from the toxicity of that situation so that that energy isn't affecting us anymore. It's not making us so angry. It's not making us stew. It's not making us stay in a not great energy. Okay, so like the more that we can be in balance and alignment, feel good, be gracious and compassionate, the sooner our finances are gonna turn around. Which seems like an interesting thing to say, but that's how I'm feeling about it. All right, y'all. So not how I'm feeling about it, but what I feel like how you're feeling about it. Let's get some blessings coming in. Actually, let me quick do a mantra card for our finances, Spirit. Okay, that's a million, but I'll take this one. If I follow my inner wisdom, I am at peace with my own being. I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. The universe supports me in every positive way. Yes. Again, like that introspection to know what truly lights us, like whatever that inspired action is. And that requires trusting our intuition and our inner compass. At the moment of commitment, the universe conspires to assist us. That is a quote by Goethe. If anybody is interested. Except it's at the moment of commitment, the universe conspires to assist you. But that would be a great one to tattoo to our foreheads. All right, Spirit, what blessings are coming in for my fireflies? Interesting. Okay, so ultimately we have success here. Okay, so I don't feel like we need to worry. It's interesting prosperity didn't come out, and I feel like that's because for so many of us, we're examining our relationship with money. We're examining what prosperity means. You know, if prosperity were to come out, it would just be all about the money, money, money. And I don't feel like that's what it's about. I feel like it's about overall abundance, success, what emotionally fulfills us, our purpose. And I feel like that's where we're getting into alignment. But success is coming. That is a blessing coming for my collective folks. Let's see if it says anything fancy. Success is flowing into your life. Vitality and a glowing youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. You heard it here. Then we've got retreat. Okay. So I feel like the blessing coming in that we may not feel like is a blessing is taking time out to trust our intuition, to find out what we really want. For some of us, that might be, you know, spending a day in bed and just kind of reflecting, maybe going out for a walk in nature and being like, okay, like Spirit, like I'm here, like what is this purpose? But ultimately, I feel like it's trusting our intuition enough to have time and make time for reflection. And that might feel like a phony blessing coming in, like just tell me the lottery numbers, damn it. But it actually is a huge blessing to be able to choose to do that for ourselves. Then we've got freedom. Okay, so I feel like we're freeing ourselves from the idea of limited constructs. And we're just learning that we can have stability in our lives. We can feel safe and secure within ourselves. And we're just going to be flying high and feeling fancy free, being our unique selves. I also feel like we're going to, the more unique and authentic we are, the more we utilize our special skills and gifts and talents that God, the universe, has given to us, I feel like the more success will come. Really interesting family came out. And so again, like I feel like there are things that need to heal, things we need to say. Just trust if any money issues are wrapped up in family, that those things are healing. And that is a blessing coming in. Okay. Like if there's, worries about how I'm going to support my family, how can I leave a situation that isn't great for me? What about my kids? What about, just trust that that is a blessing, that is all working out. Then we've got refuge. I never remember what this one is. I read it every single time. Refuge. Retreat and replenish your inner resources. Now is not the time to act, but to incubate your ideas for the future. Be still, the answers are within you. Magic's all around you. So again, it's like this card coming out twice almost. The ability, a blessing coming in for you is the ability to take a time out to know exactly what you want. We've got an 11, we've got a 7 here, which is so funny as well because those are both highly intuitive, spiritual numbers. Another 7. 6s, it's like healing energy. It's a very spiritual and healing energy taking place right now. And then finally we've got gratitude, okay? I feel like learning that it's not all about the money, learning that it's not all about the clarity and all about the needing to have the answers and the needing to be on the path. It's about being okay in the in-between and having gratitude for the moment, taking leadership over our lives, understanding that we're powerful, knowing that it's a spiritual transformation that transforms our money, that gets us out of stagnation, that gets us out of limited belief systems. The huge blessing coming in is that we're going to be so friggin' grateful, and because it's going to heal so much within us. Money is just an extension of who we are and what's going on in our lives most often for a lot of us. So yeah, huge blessing coming in. All right, let me quick get some songs. I don't know if any of these will pertain to money, but we'll see. It's just fun. All right, songs for my fireflies. That is a million. I can't do that. I can't. Oh my gosh. Like they just want you to have a lot of songs. Okay. We've got You Are the Reason by Calum Scott. Or Calum, C-A-L-U-N, I think, Scott. It'll all be linked below. You Are the Reason. Simple Song by the Shins. I thought it said the Skins, and I was like, Memory I Don't Mess With by Bryce. I like that song. Green Eyes by Coldplay. Simple Things by Teddy Swims. He's the guy with a really gruff voice, isn't it? I love his voice. Florence and the Machine, Free. So I will link all those below. Maybe they're just fun new jams for you to hear if you don't know about them, or maybe there's some secret money guidance in there for you. Take it how it resonates. But all right, you guys, those are the messages for our finances and career fireflies. If you like this video, if it resonated for you, please like it, please share and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Have a great night and have an awesome Halloween. Bye.